Log of Acting Captain Alistair Torreville, March 17th, 1905. Strange seeing my name at the top of that page instead of Captain Whitlock's. Damn strange. Just don't seem right. Picked up a new driver in New Winchester today. One of them twitchy daredevil sorts. Normally I'd have said no to him because of that, but we're short on crew. Beggars can't be choosers. Also, in spite of their history of accidents, their skills come highly praised around New Winchester. Whitlock ran a real tight ship, but who knows, maybe a little crazy is just what the Orphean needs right about now. Speaking of crazy, that damn black box taking up space in the hold and unsettling the crew. Whitlock pulled a heist on the Kingdom of the Dead to get the cursed thing, and paid for it with her life. Her final order was to deliver it to some place in London. The Orphean is my ship now, and I'm keen to know what's inside the thing. Real keen, but no. I was ordered to deliver it, not open it. Whitlock always did right by me, gave me a home and a purpose when she had no reason to. Least I can do is see her last order done to the letter. But before any of that can get dealt with, we got a more immediate problem. We're damn near broke. Thankfully, some of the folks out here in the Reach are a bit more friendly than you might find back in London. Made a few friends at the local tavern, fellow captains who've been roaming the Reach a damn sight longer than I have. They instructed me in the basic ways of making money through trade. If you'd have told me a few weeks ago that a former soldier like myself would have to stake his immediate future on trading, I'd have laughed at you. Or punched you in the face. Or hell, both. But needs must when starvation and mutiny might be nipping at your heels. Also picked up a woman works for the horological offices who needs a ride over to Port Prosper. If the Orphean isn't a merchantman, she sure as hell isn't a passenger ship, but the lady paid a good bit up front, so I decided not to say no. Almost time to get to work. I must confess to being a bit worried. I passed through the Reach a few years ago, and things looked a damn sight different than back then. Almost like the damn place changed just to spite me. Welcome one and all back to Sunless Skies. I hope you enjoyed that dramatic reading of the captain's log. I thought it would be good fun, maybe give you a glimpse into the head of Captain Alistair Torreville. It's not something I'm going to be doing every time, especially not right now, because we're currently in what I like to call the early game hell. I'll get to that in a minute. But the captain's log idea was inspired by another much more famous YouTuber than me. Their name is Laila Dyers. That's spelled Laila space Dyer. I think I got that right. Just type that in, watch their playthrough of both Sunless Seas and Sunless Sky. I guarantee those videos are of a much higher quality than mine. Alright, anyway, so about this whole early game hell thing. The early game hell is that fun portion of the game where you're broke, you have essentially no cargo hold space, and the entire friggin' map is unexplored, so I have no idea where anything is. And that's why we're probably not going to be doing a captain's log every single episode, because for the first, few episodes, not much is going to happen outside of exploration. Because we got to explore to find the other ports, we got to find the other ports to engage in trading, we got to engage in trading to upgrade our cargo hold and eventually our ship, so then we can make even more money, because even in the cosmic horror setting that is Sunless Skies, money really does make the friggin' world go around. So, game plan for today. There's two ports I want to find. There's the Palmier and Plenty Circus, which should be pretty close by here to New Winchester, and Magdalen's, because Magdalen's is going to be instrumental in keeping our terror down. So, we're going to pick up One more unit of fuel should do it currently, I think. And then, oh god, so little money. Alright, let's get to exploring. Goodbye, New Winchester. I will be seeing you again very, very soon. What? There we go. There's the map. So, normally the circus is somewhere close around here. That's what we're gonna find first. Because if I find the circus, I could probably engage in a little bit of early game cheese to get a bit more of a... Oh. I think I found it. It's usually pretty close here to this lighthouse, I think. If you didn't know, the map is randomly generated every single time. And let's see if the bat finds anything. Bat, you find anything? You ain't found shit. Okay. Pfft, lame. Well, actually, didn't you? Oh, no, you found that. I already knew that was there. That's one of the things that's always in the same place. That's where we'll be delivering the port reports when we actually find another port and get a report. Ooh, loot. Yes, please. What do we got? Ooh, caddy of dried tea. Lovely. I'll be selling that pretty soon. Is this Marauder turf? This looks like Marauder turf. I mean, if it is Marauder turf, I'm not going to complain. I can fight some Marauders for experience and loot. So, fine by me, even though I am horrifically under-equipped for this nonsense. Send out the bat again. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. This is real entertaining. Hey, at least I'm getting experience for discovering things, which means we'll definitely be leveling up by the end of this session, I think. Spicy Ranch. I can't just be getting in front of my monitor when I'm playing video games. It's not right. You're gonna get me killed. Spicy Ranch is my cat. Well, one of my 6 cats. If you somehow didn't know. Yeah, my daughter named her. I don't know what to tell you, that's what I got. That's why her name is Spicy Ranch. My daughter named her. Man, sitting close to a monitor while playing this game instead of, like, 6 feet away from a TV, I can see so much more, like, detail in the backgrounds and stuff sitting here up close. Like, I already knew... Okay. A stopped clock. The fastidious inspector approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day. I noticed your ship's clock has stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it? She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Permit it. You prefer things to be right more than twice a day. Ain't that the goddamn truth? An opportunity for conversation. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon, she has the back off of the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily. I don't think I've ever heard that word before. I can guess what it means, though. Brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. The fastidious inspector is attempting to fix your locomotive's clocks. So, yeah, fun factoid, in case you didn't know, starlight in this universe. Cannon will drive you insane. The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. Inquire about her work. What are the duties of an agent of the Horological Office? She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree on what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Ask about the hours trade. You've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Tangles of time. Our hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of ours, and now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dug them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Sure, ask about the Winchester War. The Reach is torn by discontent between London loyalists and the more independent settlers. There are those who feel London is a long way away, and that they'd do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tacketies for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London unsurprisingly disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tacketies call London loyalists stovepipes. For our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain? Where do your sympathies lie? Tough question. I would say London, but for reasons I think we're going to get into later this episode, that's a tougher question than I might say. I don't think I'm going to side with the tacketies, at least not yet. You feel no loyalty to either side. Perhaps you'd rather be left alone, perhaps you are undecided, perhaps you see the conflict as opportunity. Fair, we're going with that one. What a remarkable indulgence, she remarks with a raised eyebrow. Discuss the Reach. The wide, wild frontier, a sunless domain but impossibly verdant, with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronzewoods, and livid fungal archipelagos. Far from home. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses. But critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. Discuss suns. What happened to the Reach's sun? And London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? Indeed. Sunless Skies. Title drop. We warred and we won. 'Tis not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The sun made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the lightless, stirring mists. Are you really that desperate for attention, Brigadier General? I'm trying to record an episode right now, bud. Go on, Yes, I love you. I do love you. But leave me alone, I'm trying to read. Brigadier General Black, another of my 6 cats. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the lightless, stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? That's what we're gonna find out this playthrough, hopefully, assuming we don't die a horrible death. Compliment her skills. Her hands are deft and sure. She polishes, she cleans, she reassembles. Thank you, she says, a small, embarrassed silence. It is possible the inspector is pleased. It's rather hard to tell. I think we've discussed everything we want to. Bid her a good evening. You've work to do. Parting. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. You do that. Anyway, as I was saying, now that I'm sitting close to the monitor, I can see so much more detail of the backgrounds, and man, I knew this game was beautiful, but I really should have been playing it up close the entire time. Alright. God damn it, I keep fucking up these controls. More loot, thank you. Some fuel if you don't mind. Hull points, I'll still take it. Bat, for fuck's sake, find me something. Scat has returned. It has found something. Way over there. Awesome. Oh, okay. Don't scare me like that, computer. When freezes like that happens, that usually means, something's wrong, and I don't like it when you do that. The clamor of New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. Fair enough. How we doing? Alright. Clipping along at a decent pace. You're low on supplies. Once you run out, the crew will begin to starve. I've got 2 more boxes. I should be fine. Alright. Okay. I thought I saw something. I'm already going insane. Again. Yep. Seeing shit. Ooh, more loot. I know what that is, I think. Crate of nostalgic crockery. Well, I mean, hey, we found the tea and we found the teapots, so already this is proving to be a somewhat fruitful journey. Right on. I will have made money somehow. Hello? Oh, there's 2 of you. Alright, there's 2 of you, but you're tackities, but you're not angry at me. So I'm not gonna fight you right now. You guys, you do you. Hey, level up. Alright. You know, I'll wait to level up until we find a port, hopefully. Yes, I am going to be checking the map a lot during this playthrough. Scout has discovered something out in the sky. God damn it. Again, I already knew that was there. That's one of those 2 areas where you turn in port reports are like a few of the areas in this game that just don't change no matter what. I suppose I didn't technically know they were there yet. I knew. Captain Alistair Torreville did not know. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I said it already. I don't think I have, but when I was reviewing my last episode, I noticed that the game volume was a bit low. So I'm going to continue cranking it up little by little until I'm satisfied it's where it needs to be, because the computer I on doesn't have like the best editing software right now, so I can't really go in and tweak the episode stuff. So sorry if it's still a bit low. It's gonna get fixed eventually, I promise. Alright, come on. What you guys fighting? It's found nothing. Of course not. Oh crap. You guys do you. I don't want to get involved right now. Oh boy. Alright, I'm down to 1 and 1. That's not great. Shit. Okay. We should have enough to go up around whatever the hell this is and get back to New Winchester and sell off the tea and the crockery. Hopefully we'll run across an actual port on the way there. That would be great. Like I said, early game hell. Williamsweald. I feel like there's supposed to be something around here. Is this... I think this might be close to the fungus place, maybe? Hybris? I don't want to go there yet. The place is scary, literally. There's something there that causes your terror to rise at a drastic rate. Alright. What do we... Oh, shit. We're good. It's all good. If I start panicking, bad things will happen. So, engage in some meditative breathing exercises. There we go. Okay, now we can send out the bat one more time. Hopefully discover a port nearby would be great. Yay, there's a port right over there. Fucking awesome. London guys, nice to see you. Keep the peace. I can dig it. Is this the place I think it is? Is this the... Fuck yeah, it's the circus. Always wanted to go to the circus. Mother said no. Poor people. Disease. The driver looks forlorn. It's exactly one of the places I wanted to find today. Palmier and Plenty's Circus. Alright, discovered a new port. Our terror has gone down. Alright. Okay. I would like to recruit the vagabond, but I can't yet. Alright. The Inconceivable Circus. The greatest show. The greatest show. That's what the advert promises. The reality is not impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby, poorly maintained, and even more poorly attended. A bored-looking circus folk run rotting booths. The clowns painted on smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the calliope music playing on a run-down piano is more grimly resolute than cheery. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is write a port report. This is one of the ways we can make money, is by delivering said reports to those two places that the bat so usefully found to us that were right next to New Winchester. Write a port report. This doesn't seem a location of tactical importance. Even so, there may be interest in who attends. The big top looms dramatically in the fog of the reach, but it's not nearly as imposing as the massive obelisk floating nearby. Some enterprising soul has hung bunting between it and the big top. As for the circus itself, outside of the performers, it is practically deserted. You may be the first new face in the audience in quite a while. Turn rewards, hand your port reports into the indurate veteran or the prudent secretary. They are normally found at Victory Hall and Company House, docks near New Winchester. However, they can move as the war in the Reach progresses. Alright. I was going to buy tickets to the circus. Purchase tickets to the circus. A bored urchin in a dusty top hat waits to take your money. The urchin hands over your tickets with no apparent enthusiasm. Thanks, he mutters. Now 5 tickets, you've lost 10 sovereigns. Fair, alright. Enter the big top. The pride of the circus. Whatever that counts for here. The greatest show. No one in the meager audience displays any enthusiasm, not even when the ringmaster thunders in on a horse-drawn calliope. Calliope, sure, that's a word. Then come the act themselves. Oh dear. The humiliated magician's trapdoor fails to open, leaving his glamorous assistant noticeably unvanished. The bereaved acrobat swings from a single trapeze, the other hangs lonely and unused. The pensive clown's fire juggling act ends in disaster, and not the humorous kind. The less said about the lion tamer, the better. He should recover. Oh, hey, we have a sky story. I think that means we can recruit the amiable vagabond. Lovely. We're also going to... yeah, fuck it. Visit the amusements. This should be enjoyable. This is one of the best ways to get terror down, because you can just do it infinitely. Assuming you have the tickets. The Midway calls. Most of the stalls here are empty, their owners either asleep or long since gone. You gamely make the most of them. From the Hall of Mirror, there's only one, to a Whack-A-Rat game currently closed due to the rats having unionized. Yeah, fair. At least the day proves quiet with nothing actively trying to kill you. In the high wilderness, that alone counts as a vacation. Your terror has fallen, you've lost 2 tickets. The circus staff are coming to recognize your face, and that is the important part. Alright. Now I think we can recruit this guy. Recruit, son of a bitch. I need 2 sky stories. Fair. Alright, we will come back to that guy. We're also going to hit up the bazaar to get ourselves a bargain. A sale of shot and shell. A crow-like captain sells unused but functional armaments scavenged from the cold wreckage of a sky battle. Good pickings when the tackities and stovepipes fight, he observes, professionally. Alright, yeah, I mean, we're gonna go broke buying those, but hey, we should have just enough to make, head directly south, get back to New Winchester. Alright, before we leave, I said I was going to do this, level up, facets. Right, so, this is essentially your leveling menu. It goes from 1 to 20, obviously, and my first facet is already here. It's my background. I was a soldier in the Royal Horse Guard. There's my stats, and every time we hit a new level, we get to take a new facet. You get a choice of 5. Each one you can see down here are different in the stats they give you. But the one we're looking for, and the one I figured I was going to take right here at the beginning, was this one. A battlefield. Hold the line, your orders said. So you fought and bled on a foreign field, far from home. Yep, and then once we pick this facet, a battlefield, hold the line, blah blah blah. Shells drummed the broken earth. Bullets whistled and bayonets clashed. Screams sang out. When silence fell, how did the day end? In defeat, concealed among the dead, you were spared. On your return to London, you found few had ever heard of the battle. London does not discuss its defeats. We're going to return in victory. Returning to London, you were paraded as exemplars of British pluck. A music hall song was even written about the battle. The events it described were not familiar. So, you can see here, this gives us 5 iron, 3 hearts, and +1 affiliation to Bohemia. And that's the one we're going to take. So, this is where we start fleshing out Captain Torreville's backstory. So, whatever battle it was he fought in, probably the invasion of hell, I imagine. I don't know, maybe it was just a skirmish? Who knows? That's not important. The point is, that little bit about the victory song, the events it described weren't familiar. So, for Captain Torreville's backstory, we're going to say that this battle he fought in, yes, they technically won, but the unit he was attached to, his closest friends in the military, probably, were all wiped out almost to a man. So we're gonna say that this battle, whatever it was, definitely a Pyrrhic victory. They technically won. History says they won. But Captain Alistair lost so many friends and comrades that he himself does not consider it a victory. And we're going to say that was the thing that drove him away from the military in the first place, was the fact that the British Empire just won't, they claim victory, great victory in this one battle, but they do not hardly acknowledge the loss that his comrades suffered during that battle. So that's why he decided to, flip him the bird and head off to pursue his own personal interests in the skies. Alright, back to New Winchester we go. We got a few things in the hold to sell. We got a port report. So that should be enough to keep us going for at least a little while longer. And we found the circus. That's going to be important later. The sky is scarred by old battles. Wreckage crusts it like scabs. Told you, man, the descriptive writing in this game, these games, Sunless Sky and Sunless Seas, chef's kiss. March 28th, 1905. Light in the distance, Stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. Yeah, we're headed in the right direction. I think we're first going to stop off at the Windward Company. Until we learn a bit more about these two groups and start getting involved a little bit more, I figure we'll flip-flop back and forth. I think they both offer the same rewards for port reports at this point, so it really shouldn't matter all that much. Company House, the local headquarters of the Windward Company, London's proxy in the Reach. Deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the company's favor. Visit the Windward Company. Following the uprising, the fortunes of the Windward Company fell in New Winchester. Alright, following the uprising, his fortune fell. We just read that part. Now their modest office occupies an ex-tinning factory in the murkier recesses of town. It continues to smell faintly of beans. Lovely. Deliver your port reports to the prudent secretary. The office's general manager lives in perpetual fear of his secretary, who was appointed directly from the London office. Their references were inarguable. This will influence the balance of power and reach in the favor of the Windward Company. Whatever. Services rendered. It is a comfortable room for a modest secretary. Stained glass windows lay crimson slants across the desk. The prudent secretary receives your reports and reads them one at a time. What do you want, Brigadier General? Yes, I will pet you. Now go away. I am trying to read. The prudent secretary receives your reports and reads them one by one. A number of questions follow, to which the secretary expects cogent, succinct answers. Her Majesty is grateful, they say, as you leave. You have 1 times the Windward Company's gratitude, gained 100 sovereigns, that's the important part. You've gained X1 fortunes. Stovepipes, yeah, that just kind of keeps track of who's winning the quote-unquote war around here. Alright, yeah, might as well. Chat with the prudent secretary. The foyer bristles with stovepipe hats. The prudent secretary pushes between them, narrow and unsmiling, with a blousy shirt and black trousers. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just going to tell us about the port reports, but for the sake of reading it, we're going to read it. An opportunity. The secretary's gender is the subject of some debate in the company canteen. The secretary's prudence, however, is not. Both these facts provide the secretary with a great degree of satisfaction. I would be interested to receive reports on events in other ports, however small. The company has expensive interests. One never knows what might be important. As you visit ports, you may collect port reports, turn them in at the company house. Yeah, okay, we got that. Alrighty, Roo, back to New Winchester. Like a glove. Oh, I'm never going to be that maneuverable again. Alright. A scrubbed clerk begs a moment of your time. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise this will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, Captain, very promising indeed. Why? I've done nothing. We would like to extend our services. We can provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets. Absolute discretion and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We require only a signature. Sign your name. The offer is entirely complimentary, I assure you, at Halliges. We measure ourselves by the quality of our clientele. It's unlike a bank vault, allowing you to store and withdraw items at any hub port. God, Sunless Skies did not have this. Would have been so freaking useful if it did. I'm certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves, and your lineage may it endure. I bid you good day, Captain. You may access the bank in the central port of any region. You will find it in the list of areas on the left-hand menu when docked. Select to transfer items between your hold and the bank. You will be able to access the contents of your bank from any hub port. If your captain dies, the contents of your bank will be inherited by the next captain. Alright, so if you're possibly playing this game alongside me and know a thing or two about it, you might be getting an idea right now. It's the same idea I had once upon a time. See, you can smuggle illegal shit in this game, get in good with the criminals. The thing is, they tend to, like, when you move to different regions like Albion, Eleutheria, the other places you have to use the freaking transit relays to get to, they search your engine whenever you do this. And if you have a high Veils stat or like hidden compartments, you can usually get around this. I thought for a gleaming moment when I was like doing my H.P. Lovecraft run, I got into smuggling a little bit. You cannot put contraband in the bank in one place and then pull it out at the next. Fail Better Games thought ahead on that one, so that's not going to work. Just, if you decide to play this game, keep that in mind. Alright, speaking of selling stuff, we're going to first go to Victoria Market, sell off the caddy, the munitions, and the crockery. Hey, look at that. We're back above 100 sovereigns. Lovely. Alright. Now that you have some money, it might make sense to buy some new... No, we're not going to buy new locomotive equipment next. We're going to, for now, we're going to go 3 and 3 on the fuel and the supplies. Although, we're about to crack open a new fuel canister, so I'm going to go 4. Alright. So, here we go. Now that we got a bit of money in the bank, we know where we can go to score an easy 100 gold from a port report. We can start... let's see, we had... Here it is. Seeds for Magdalene's. Magdalene's lie southwest of New Winchester. Okay. So that's another place we can go find, I think. We'll run up to the circus again, grab another port report from there, and then flip on down to the southwest, yeah, and try to find Magdalene's. And then, what time is it? 9:30? Yeah, I'm currently waiting for my Switch to allow me to use Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, so I'll probably go for another 30 minutes on this game, and then call it good there, because boy am I jonesing to hunt some new monsters. Hello, Takiti. UCE Ella Planey. So, I heard something about this game. I don't know if it's true or not, but, I mean, I could probably just Google it on my phone right now, but, nah, I don't fucking feel like it. The rumor I heard about this game is that a lot of the ships, like, the random NPC ships you run across in this game, are named after, Kickstarter backers, which is pretty cool. Oh, so there we go. A random encounter. Dock. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You set down in a quiet homestead. The buildings are well kept, the fences recently painted, the plants thoroughly beaten back, but no one comes out to greet you. Sure, fuck it. Investigate the home. Perhaps the inhabitants are at dinner or keep odd hours. The door and windows are boarded up from the outside. Judging from the lack of dust on the porch, the inhabitants only departed recently. It's easy enough to get in. The nails are only loosely hammered in. Plunder the pantry. It's probably not theft if the property is abandoned. Investigate the property. No one here, and there's no indication of where the occupants could have gone. What happened? Let's investigate the property. No furniture is upturned. There are no bloodstains, but it doesn't seem the occupants had much time to plan their departure. There are bundles of unwashed laundry. There is a pile of children's toys in one room. The Bible lies open in the kitchen by the knife rack. Psalm 109 has been excised. I'm curious. I am going to Google what Psalm 109 was. But I now have a savage secret, and I gained 10 terror. So, savage secrets are pretty damn useful in this game. Let's see here. Psalm 109. Sure, King James Version. I don't care. Oh, this is a long boy. Hold not thy peace, O God of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compassed me about also with words of hatred, fought against me without a cause. For my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself... Yeah, okay. I'm not... Maybe I'll read the entire thing and then fill you in next episode as to what the whole thing was about. Anyway, alright. Straight north. Hark, a signaler says. You do, and you hear the oompa oompa of distant circus music perpetrated by... Ah, damn it. I missed it. Whatever. Alright. Go ahead and dock here. The Inconceivable Circus. Yeah, but it's still too soon to get more tickets. But we are going to grab a port report, and yep, nothing in the bazaar. Alright, moving on. Heading down this way, south-southwest. I can't remember. I need a compass. I know there's a difference between south-southwest and south-southwest. South-southwest and then west-southwest are apparently two different things. Compass. Rose. I probably shouldn't be texting and driving. Don't text and drive. Like, seriously, like, this is a video game, it's fine. Don't do it in real life. Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be useful. Alright, so... Wait, no, southwest is this way. Shit. I'm already fucking everything up. Jesus. Alright, so there's south by west, southwest by... Oh, Jesus. Alright, so southwest is pretty much... If I'm reading this compass right, and I think that I am, southwest is exactly halfway between south and southwest. Oh, fucking yikes. Navigation. I am not good at it. Alright, so, here, I'll try to demonstrate with my train. Alright, so, here's south. I'm going to turn here in a minute to southwest, which is like this-ish. So south-southwest is essentially this. There you go. Now you know. Look at that. If you didn't know that, you learned something today. Congratulations. I'm glad I could help. Hello again, Brigadier General. Can I help you? Tackety, nice to see you. Don't mind me. I'm just totally a merchant captain, not doing anything illegal, which I'm not actually. I'm just terrified right now because my engine is ridiculously underpowered. I only have one gun, for God's sake. Check the map. Alright, yep. I think we're heading in the right direction. Alright. A lighthouse. That's a good sign, I think. Listen out the bat. See what happens. Scout has returned. It found something. A question mark down this way. This appears to be a dead end. Yep, alright. Ooh, a wreck. The Byzantine Magistrate. Alright, let's see what happens. Fuck. Alright. A wreck. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within? Enter through the yawning tear. Damage is so extensive that the whole chassis is on the verge of collapse. Tread lightly. My veils is 20% chance. No, thank you. We're going to mourn the dead. It is proper, and lowers our terror. A farewell. A simple ceremony. Doffed caps. A few words. A gloomy silence. But it helps. The only decency in the skies is that we bring ourselves. Your terror has fallen. Alright. Oh, crap. You are not where you thought you were. The sky is wrong. This is not where you were meant to be. Was it a trick of the mists? Has the wind carried you astray? Have the heavens themselves turned on your axis? Okay. I don't have the fuel to spare for this shit, so we're going to take a risk. Press on. Push forward into stranger skies and hope that somewhere beyond you'll find familiar territories again. Got a whopping 8% chance. Let's fucking do this. Yep. I thought not. An eerie road. The mist is... Oh shit, I didn't realize I was gonna fucking lose crew if I did that. An eerie road. The mist is soft at the windows. The stars have gone awry. You crawl onward. There is an outbreak of violent star madness among the crew. In time, you find your way back to a stretch of sky you can locate on your chart. Your journey continues. Yeah, so, losing crew is a bad thing, obviously. When we get better equipment later on, they will have certain crew requirements, like the engine I had in my H.P. Lovecraft playthrough on console required I had a minimum of 12 crew people in order to use the engine to its fullest extent. Thankfully, I don't have anything right like that right now, so... Perkins Copes, alright. Yes. Oh, thank God we fucking found it. Magdalene's. Booyah. Alright. Have ourselves a bit of a dock, eh? The House of Small Comfort. Magdalene's is the closest thing many Skyfarers have to a home. It offers services to alleviate the strain of a life spent too close to the stars. Yeah, Magdalene's House of Small Comfort. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. Shadowed figures can be seen moving through the gleaming corridors, their identities obscured by hued glass. Crowds of Skyfarers, ministry officials, and merchants mill about the forecourt in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clock set into the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hour. First off, we're going to write a port report. Magdalene's is a popular destination. Someone will no doubt be interested to know how things are here, and who has been seen here. Magdalene's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chimed and the clamor goes up at the front desk. Guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord... 5 blank spaces was seen in conversation with the amenable host. The east wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. To earn reward. Okay, we've seen that already. Let's seek a meeting with the amenable host. I think there's a quest here, if I remember correctly, although it has been a long fucking time since I was this early in the game. There may be business to discuss with them. A waiting list. Unfortunately, the host has many calls on their time, and you have yet to become a known face around these parts. Perhaps once you have availed yourself of the services, you will have time to speak. Speak with an attendant. The staff at Magdalen's promised treatments for the deleterious? Google. Help me. What the hell is that word? Deleterious. Deleterious. Adjective, formal, causing harm or damage. Divorce is assumed to have deleterious effects on. Okay, so just there you go. Alright, staff at Magdalen's promised treatments for the deleterious effects of the high wilderness: loneliness, desperation, folly, regret, love. An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will become the person you need. Here you will say farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for a fair price. But do not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not to become an addiction. The scream of a boiling kettle. The attendants are on break. Alright, sure. Let's go here. Oh, ooh. Okay, I don't want to spend that secret, so we're not actually going to do anything currently. Beatrice's exchange. Sure, let's grab a supply just to make sure we can make it back. The bazaar. Alright, yeah, I know, we have to deliver seeds, but we've not found where to buy the seeds yet. But we can buy some souls. Because, yeah, a supply of souls prized from frosty ruins. The Punctilious? Oh, for fuck's sake. These words, this game. Alright. Punct. I-L-I-O. Punctilious. Punctilious, adjective. Punctilious. Showing a great attention to detail or correct behavior. He was punctilious in providing every amenity for his guests. Okay. The punctilious excavator is selling precisely labeled lenses dug from one of the ruins of the Reach. You hold a lens up to the distant light and see a soul, wispy and restless, stir within. There's a soul trapped in every one, the excavator murmurs, as if unwilling to intrude. Yeah, sure, fuck it, let's grab as many of these as we can. That many. Bada bing. Alright, yep. I think we can explore a little ways further, so let's head even more west before we flip around and head back to New Winchester. Punctilious. Damn. What a fucking word. That's a big fucking mushroom. The fallows. Hang on a second. This place is familiar to me. Hold up. Hold the freaking phone. Where's our journal? Journal. Fastidious Inspector. An inspector of London's... Yeah. Port Prosper lies to the west-southwest. Yeah, okay, so we are near Port Prosper. Kind of. It should be over here somewhere, if I remember correctly. I think... because I'm 99% sure the fallows always spawn near New Winchester. Not New Winchester. Port Prosper. Fuck. So if we can grab up another port report, that would be fucking awesome. Ooh, hello. You are a wreck. The Sicer's Aegis. Oof. Yeah, once again, mirror check. The wreck rings with frost, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to try to enter. Just going to mourn the dead. Farewell, simple ceremony. Same as last time. Right on. Yep, Lipkin's Field should be right outside Port Prosper. Hello, London. Whoop. Okay. Gonna just bumped on into that, didn't you, pal? Alright. Should be rumble of far-off refineries. Distant searchlights rake the sky. Yep. Hello, Port Prosper. Ooh. Fucking sick. We got another level. The Morrington Aberthat Span. Let's flip on around in here. Alright. Deliver the fastidious inspector. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at a clock tower that is being raised above the station. It is tangled with scaffolding and rings with the sound of hammers and the cries of workmen. Accept your payment. The inspector will depart. Be sure you've held any conversation with her that you wish to. We already did. You will receive food and supplies in addition to a sum of money. Lovely. Ensure that you have 6 space... Fuck. Okay. That might be a fucking problem. You know what? Sure, we're gonna be getting some more of this. Fuck it. Alright. Hey, perfect. A satisfied customer. Thank you, Captain. Here's the balance of our agreement, and as promised, a requisition order for fuel and supplies. She casts another glance at the incomplete clock tower. Given the apparent state of construction, I'd recommend you visit the worksite. There may be an opportunity there. And thank you for the pleasant conversation, Captain. The sky can be a lonely place. You enlivened it. I have included a small additional sum in your remuneration as a token of my gratitude. Oh, well, thank you. Gained experience, gained food and fuel. The fastidious inspector has departed. Yeah, we're gonna fucking deal with that later. We're gonna write a port report. Very little happens in Port Prosper, but someone might take an interest. The factories continue to belch out smoke, while over the bridge, hopeful crowds gather outside the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen strolling arm in arm along the promenade, at a respectable distance from their chaperones. There was a brief protest outside the Windward Company factory, swiftly quelled. The scones at the Nelson were as good as ever, though a piquancy? Though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. Attended parade is apparently Feast of the Red Saint. Gaudy banners fly over the painted rooftops of Port Prosper. The smog of the East End is hidden away by giant posters displaying dragons in varying degrees of vivisection. Lovely. The cramped streets are clogged with people. Wealthy West Enders promenade about the amusements, while impoverished East Enders work the stalls and huddle by the chestnut fires for warmth. A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of Ho the Riding. Mingle with the Westenders, the hats, the crinoline, the starch that gleams on the mustaches. Sure you fit right in. Mingle with the Eastenders, lurking in the tents or manning the stalls in the side street or scowling at the passing gentry. They seem more level. Or fraternize with everybody. Skyfarers are not limited by the rigid social structure of Port Prosper, though neither are they beloved for it. Yeah, we're going to do that one. You are treated as a curiosity and viewed from all sides with suspicion. Still, you find yourself in conversation with an elderly colonel who has retired to Port Prosper. A bulwark of sanity, he calls it. A line in the sand against all the stuff out there. He introduces you to one of the riders in the procession who takes you on a tour of the carnival. You converse with the chestnut sellers and flower arrangers, drink in the outdoor pubs, and dance with several of the vaudeville players. At the end of the day, you've learned many names and faces and even acquired a few calling cards. Neat. Alright. I'm going to attempt to recruit the Incognito princess. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. Alright, we can do that. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners come to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her. Refugees from Old London are a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. Hell yeah. Offer her a berth on your locomotive. She would certainly make an interesting addition to your crew. This will get you a first officer who will increase your mirrors by 6, your hearts by 2, and affiliation boheme by 1. Yes, we shall. Welcome aboard, Your Majesty. I am a humble first officer looking for... what's the word? When commoners do things for coins? She asked. Work! That's it! She beams at you, delighted, as innocent as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says between screams. It seems she's already forgotten about her signing on money. Okay. You have recruited the Incognito princess. Wonderful. Perfect. Love it. Anything else we need to do here? We already got the port report. We're not interested in settlers yet, since we don't really have the map all that worked out. Don't. Fuck. Alright, we need some of those to complete the bullshit at Magdalene's. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell off 2 supplies and 1 fuel to make room for those. That's what we're gonna do. 2 supplies, 1 fuel. Take on this. Bam. Alright, that is how many we needed, right? Yeah, 3 more? Alright. So we can bounce back down to Magdalene's, then bounce... oh, right. Back up to Winchester. And we'll be good. And also, we leveled up again. We're going to take a new facet. Alright, so what I learned from my H.P. Lovecraft playthrough is that you can power build, like every single facet I took in the game went specifically into veils and mirrors. That wasn't strictly necessary. I think like the most you have to have in a stat to use certain equipment is like 75, and I got that pretty damned easily. So we're also gonna do this with a half an eye towards stats, but also half an eye to what would fit with the backstory that I'm trying to make for this character. So, alright. It is still early game, so we do kind of want to go into Hearts and Iron. I think we're gonna, Hearts and Iron. We can do this, a Lost Love. That'll get us both. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. A Lost Love. Love, the gradual erosion of that which separates you from someone else. The fitting together of 2 lives, as intricately and intimately as the threads in a tapestry or the cells in your skin. And when one of those lives ends, what remains of the other? Alright, so we got like a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. Like, yeah, we're gonna go with this one. like a fresh wound, as red now as it was then. Sometimes the grief is raw, ravaging, a wolf howl in a midwinter's night. At other times, it sullenly slinks, waiting for a reason, any reason, to lift its head and howl again. Yeah, we can go with that one. Bada bam. You know what else I fucking forgot to do? Oh, wait, no, it appears, yeah, she's pre-equipped. Lovely. Getting a bit of a crew. Alright, so, the plan was back to Magdalen's, and then I think we'll go up to the northwest and around to get back to New Winchester. Just to see if there's anything else over there before we call it a day. I may actually have to do another captain's log next episode. I actually honestly accomplished, thus far, more than I thought I was going to. Shows me for trying to plan shit, am I right? I don't like the... It's just the fact that I spent... Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Sir, I was talking. You are a dick. Did you just self-destruct yourself on the rocks? Alright. Cantankerous placated. Lumbering half-fossilized isopods. I think we read this already. Yeah, disperse the rubble to lose terror. You gently shunt the larger pieces away. The crew is heartened to be doing something for the general good. Anyway, as I was saying, I was so used to spending, like, a lot of time late game with my H.P. Lovecraft playthrough that, like, seeing just the number 1 on either my fuel or my supplies, like, fucking never happened, and it was generally a sign that something was horrifically wrong. I found a horror. What horror did I find? What is this? Oh, fuck it, we're gonna go in and investigate. What the hell did we find this time? I can interact with it. Sure. The War of Fossils. When settlers arrived in the Reach, miners flocked to this frozen rock, lured by the promise of hours stored in its core. An eruption of cantankerity has left it in its current mangled state. A makeshift graveyard stands at the lip of the rock, a memorial and a warning. Pay your respects and light the lanterns. Lanterns doused by sleet mark the ramshackle grave. Relighting them would commemorate the dead, but might disturb any cantankerity that slumber here. No. Leave. This is a bleak place. Home only to the dead and the cantankerity that killed them. There is nothing for you here. Not currently, anyway. Swift departure. Stokers stoke the boilers. Navigators consult charts. All are eager to be away from this forsaken rock. I don't know that I ever found this place. Oh, crap. Hey, man. Okay. Yep, disperse the rubble again. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, shit. That's a big one. That is a big one. I don't want to fight him. So what the hell is this? Yeah, Brayley Rock. I don't know. I wonder if, like, maybe each playthrough spawns different terrors. Like, I know there's gonna be certain terrors that are always spawned on the map because some of the terrors are tied to the quest lines of some of the officers you can pick up. But I wonder if there's, like, a list of terrors that just don't spawn depending on your playthrough, because I've never seen that rock before. And I did quite a bit of exploring. Okay. Okay. Yeah, suck it. Hey, here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is different. Listen to its last complaint. Its parting grumble is bitter and mournful. Your crew share tales of the cantankerity to distract them from the noise. You can gain experience or prize precious stones from its carapace. Sometimes clusters of jasper, tourmaline, or agate can be found embedded in the calcified plates. Gain sovereigns. As much as I want experience, I think money is more important this early game, and it's a 93% chance of success. So yeah. Partial success. All right. Older, more awful things. Hauling the creature alongside your locomotive, you deploy hammers and pry bars. There, valuable stones glimmer amidst the whirls of uncanny fossils. The fossils' shapes are sinuous and predatory, preserved for unknown aeons in the cantankery's stony skin. 17 sovereigns and 2 terror. Alright, I mean, not great, but not bad either. That's 17 sovereigns I wouldn't have had. Magdalene's. Oh, hello. Can I just... Oh, shit. Man, I want to get involved, but I also don't want to. Yeah, no, we're, still too early. Too early to get involved in that kind of crap. Magdalene's. Alright, over to the bazaar. Turn in the sacks of seeds. Nice. Seeds for Magdalene's. The amenable host smiles. Just what we needed, although I must admit I do miss roses, and lilies, and bluebells. Still, these celestial blooms have their own virtues. Some of them weep, you know. He pays you a generous gratuity. Alright. And look at that. We can purchase the last 3 souls. Haul those on up to New Winchester. Nice. This was a good run. A damn good run. Am I going the right way? Nope, that will be a dead end. Whoop. Flip it, Yui. God. Alright, you know what? We'll explore just a tad more. Oh, hey, the peacock wins. Nice. So, yeah. This kind of increases terror, but also observe my supply gauge going up. So, yeah, the peacock wins when you surf through them, I guess. Increase your supply. There's also I think it was the candle winds are the counterpart where it drains your supply meter to go through them. So since we're in the wind, bada boom, as it were, we can send out the bat, see if he spies anything. Something down here. The Isambard line was once meant to pass this way. An incomplete accelerator rusts here. Lovely. Alright, well, we gained a bit of supply back, so that should make exploring just a little bit easier. Let's see what we got. You know, I just now remembered. I had a plan. My plan was going to go up this way and out. But I was stupid and got distracted. I just hope it doesn't get me killed. Yep, mining. Don't have that. And I'm probably never going to. Not if I want to have maximum combat potential. I don't think I'm going to have mining. Oh well. So there was 3 things you could do. Well, 3 other attachments you can get for your ship, and H.P. Lovecraft's ship, the Illuminatrix, I think had all 3. Because I know there is an attachment that you can put in your auxiliary slot that increases both hold and gives you the ability to mine. Yeah, he did have all 3, because he had the mining hold upgrade in his one of his auxiliary slots. He had the assaying in his other auxiliary slot, and then the third was butchery, which once you get to a certain point in the game, you can start getting experimental upgrades, and for some reason, the butchery slot went on my bridge slot, which... Do I have a bridge slot? I do. The bridge slot is this one, and the auxiliary is that one. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Frosty fingerprints. Due to undermanning. Yup. One of the crew cabins sits empty. But a story has taken root among the crew that something sleeps in there on nights when the wind howls. Something that leaves frost on the bed sheets. Some of the crew have begun raiding the pantries to leave bowls of food outside the cabin door. Motherfucker! Your crew complains. Discipline the crew. Prevent the further loss of supplies. 58% chance. Fingers crossed. God damn it. The waste waif is displeased with you. You impose 3 days of half rations on the crew. If they want to waste food, they can experience the taste of the consequences. Abruptly, the bowls of food vanish from outside the empty cabin. Outside plaintive winds moan. Fuck. So, yeah, attracting the attention of the gods in these games can be beneficial, but, eh. An abandoned signal box. The signal box has been blasted by weapon fire. Despite the holes, the shattered tiles, the fractured beams, it still has enough structural integrity for you to climb inside without risk. It was made with care and pride. Inside, beneath a desk covered with rusted levers, is a luggage trunk. Captains in dire need can borrow from the cash inside, but custom dictates they must replenish it later. I think I have enough to make it to New Winchester, barring any other bad shit happening. So we're going to read the ledger. Captains who withdraw from the cash should note their name and ship and what they took. Occasionally they add anecdotes. You'll gain a vision of the heavens or sky stories. Ooh, lovely. A recent entry. The handwriting is poor but legible. Captain Ogana deposited materials for hull repair. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain warns of a condition afflicting her crew. It started during a period of downtime. One took up gazing at the stars and encouraged others to do the same. Damn it, fucking dyslexia. One took up gazing at the stars and encouraged the others to consideration of the heavens. This has since become a fixation, and the entire crew only grudgingly leaves the windows to perform their labors. Sounds lovely. Alright, we're gonna leave and pray we can make it back to New Winchester before we fucking starve to death, which I think we can. If we just head straight up, maybe we'll luck out and get into the Peacock Winds again. Yep, alright. Cantankerous have buried into the mossy walls. Your signaler orders double shifts on watch. Smart move. Alright, a little bit further and then second star on the left and straight up till morning. Alright, we're good. We are golden. The Peacock Winds delivers its bounty. Really? I don't see it. And I would really like it, because, well, here we go. Low supplies. I can tolerate only 2 courses at dinner if I must. I like to get a little bit of a speed boost, and our last supplies should last us a good bit of time. Depending on how far these things reach, which I don't think it's that far. Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. Gotta turn. There we go. Magdalen's a place of peace, contemplation, and rest. The driver twitches miserably. Alright. Still a bit of a haul, but we should make it, I think. Back again, are you, Brigadier General? Do you disapprove of my exploring with such a low amount of supplies? Yeah, I do too. Hey, hello, wreck. A wreck. The wreck leans to frost, windows dark, engine silent. Hey, an irons check. Force open the doors to the hold. Frost has locked them, but a pry bar makes an effective key. 78% chance of success. I'll do it. Fuck yeah! A discovery. Your driver holds your locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew take turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the bay doors are sufficiently parted to permit the spryest of you to squeeze through. Soon they return. What's this they have found? What could it be? An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasingly it rattles. A stoppered vial falls out of the sack after sufficient shaking. A collection of gathered disappointments that someone might be willing to pay for. I've gained another jumble of souls. I have 8 of them now. Nice. Those are going to go for a damn good price. Turn this way. Almost there. Yeah, we've got enough that we'll go turn in yon port reports. We'll visit the Tackity's place this time. Because having gratitude from both sides. I mean, I know it's a little bit of metagaming, I guess, but, I mean, when you get enough gratitude with both the Tackity's and the Stovepipes, and like the other factions that you turn in reports to in the other locations, you can spend their gratitude as currency to like get other things like savage secrets and ministry stamped permits specifically here. Both of which are important. Victory Hall. Oh my god, come on. Skyfarers exposed to the haunting light of the stars are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. Someone has been making subtle amendments to your navigator's calculations, presumably in an attempt to alter your course. The culprit is discovered to be a reticent engineer. You demand an explanation. She once encountered the storm that speaks, and it spoke to her in voices that she had thought she'd never hear again. Ever since, she's been trying to find it once more. Shit, okay. Send them back to work. Keep their hands and their head busy. Fingers crossed. Ah, crap. Oh, at least I didn't lose crew, I only lost some hull. More a hindrance than a help. You hurry them back to work with a carefully stewed mixture of encouragement and chastisement. But their obsessions only continue to consume them. They make mistakes, some of which are dangerous, and their persistent oddness unsettles the crew. Gained terror, lost hull, shit. Whatever, we'll be alright. Victory Hall. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers, colloquially called Tackities, gather and argue here. Deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the Tackity's favor. Visit Victory Hall. Raised in the wake of the blockade of New Winchester, this magnificence of glass and steel houses the Colonial Assembly. Here, representatives of the independent ports of the Reach gather. And quarrel. I'll chat first, why not? Chat with the Indurate veteran. She is taking a moment in the atrium, watching the stars burn coldly in the mist. Learn how you can be of use. An opportunity. Her skin is brown and her hair is beginning to gray. She wears a heavy unbuttoned coat. Metals gleam in the shadows behind its lapels. One half of her face is scarred from frostbite. She's enjoying a quiet cigarillo while her peers argue in the Chamber of Assembly. You talk for a while about life in the skies. When her cigarillo is just a stub, she says, "I'd be grateful to hear reports of your travels, Captain. I suspect all manner of strife and imprudence is going to kick off in the foreseeable. I mean to be ready for it. As you visit reports, retain... Yeah, we know that shit already. Deliver the reports." Her tireless exertions during the blockade earned her both a seat on the Assembly and enemies in London. She likes to keep abreast of events. She listens with a scowl. "Well, I'd rather know than not, I suppose. And thank you for bringing this to me rather than the... bloody? I think it's meant to be bloody. And the bloody stovepipes. I'll arrange a gratuity. Burn 300 sovereigns. Yeah. Alright. I saw that flickering light, and I don't know if that was a glitch in the game or meant to be something deliberate. And I'm low on fuel, but I made it back. Right. First off, yeah, sure. Bronzewood Fort Avon lies to the east. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Whoops. Sell off our souls. Hey, look at that. We just broke $1,000. Hell yeah. Alright. 3. We'll go 4 on the supplies. And we're back under $1,000. God damn it. Okay. Let's check here. Nothing going on. Nothing we want to really care to do right about now. Alright. Well, I think that is going to do it for this episode of Sunless Skies. Thank you for watching. You know the drill. Like, comment, whatever. One final reminder, the journal reading at the beginning was inspired by Laila Dyers. And now that I'm not doing anything, I'll make sure to look up the channel and spell it properly for you. I could also just freaking post a link to her their channel in the description. I'm going to do that too. They absolutely deserve it. Their playthroughs are awesome. So I will tell you the name once my YouTube phone has loaded. And then when I'm editing, I'll post a link to it. Any minute now. Phone. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, the search. Okay, yes. Laila Dyers, their channel is spelled Laila space Dyer. Link will be in the bottom. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video.